emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, zobu, enyimba, master.
Toya dike, nenu dike. Toya dike, nenu dike. Kiye jamara dike ruenu, ekwe chenjigo. Kiye jamara dike ruenu, ekwa dagarigo. Omarunga basi, oneme kasi. Omarunga basi, oname kasi. Ebube dike, iwe dikekwe. Wani manaria, achaluko dike. Clear the road for Musabi. Step aside for the game changer. Onya ne kuma kia putago. Anga na bwebo na tani. Omarunga basi, ona mekasi. Omarunga basi, ona mpiakasi. Ebube dike, iwe dikekwe. Wani manaria, achaluko dike.
When you go for a social gathering of this type, all you need to do is to look at the person seated next to you, eyeball to eyeball. Can we do that now? Look at the person seated next to you, eyeball to eyeball, and you tell the person, I know your face. If the person is beautiful, tell the person, God bless you. If the person is fat, tell the person, occupy until I come. If the person is dark, tell the person, darkness shall not prevail. If the person is fair, tell the person, you are the light of the world. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to this year's alumni program. We are now starting. I tell you, there won't be any dull moments. So right now, please, I would like to call on Mr. President, officially present the color note to the elder statesman, and we can continue from there. With our colonial presentation by the president, let's see what he has to do and how he's going to do it. Alright, go straight to our own elder statesman, Chief Samuel, who has received the colonial. I'll hand over the microphone to him immediately.
Bachibodua, Koyana, okay, we're buying again. And when I'm buying, so yes, na God. Moga Boya, open over Enugu State, never Mabu, the oldest person, on my watch. I can watch all the Anagi when I have to for a daily. For the Morai on the map, the Jesus Christ no way on the map. So, when you go to Amorna, I'm at the front. Jeben Dodo, Nanambra, Pame quick over more. Jenny Muhammad quick. It to according to Bonini. I'm not sure that I'm the oldest person here, unless there's someone who is 72 and old. I will be 73 in December. Every color note has in its petals has a male and female special. And you play with the male special. And how do you know the male and female special? If you look at these petals, so to speak, Now, these two of this side, as they come to the end, they're better. But these ones come in a straight line. Forgive my language. But interpret it in whichever way you like. But it describes our culture and our biological makeup. So we play with the one that is male, because Jesus Christ is male, and the head of the family is male. So when we call our forefathers, we call the male ones, not the female ones. Now, we say it in Igbo, and there may be classmates of yours who do not understand it. So I want to apologize to them ahead of time. What we are doing is a continuation of the opening prayer. There's nothing bigger than it. Open and dry. Obagamnivu into 1994. Nendini CIC. Obagamnivu into Enyai. Nibuni Bai. Nendor Nueva Nirani. You might have about Agamnivu. Ulo was Raincha. Umweka about Agamnivu Buddha. Martin Abulo of CIC. And I even an idea about Koga Way. You didn't better about you will you want, you do Kuama Pulu. Who's a piano do, couldn't get Slano. You perceive no, we will be. You can tie up Oga Marai. But the CIC. So I don't want kind. They're going to have a more than Buffalo. We don't lack of I don't know. No. Sinner Christ. I'm
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, right now, without wasting much of your time, permits me to call on the next personality I have on my list. I'm talking about a wonderful speech by Barrister Ihekuna Oji, our own Chief Registrar, Customary Court of Appeal. Please put your hands together for her. Simple and mighty, I appreciate it.
Brief profile of Barrister Ihekuna Sparkle Oji. Barrister Ihekuna Sparkle Oji is the Chief Registrar of the Customary Court of Appeal, Enugu State, Nigeria. She has served the judiciary with distinction in both adjudicatory and administrative capacities, including as Deputy Secretary of Judicial Service Commission and Vice Chairman of the Magistrates Association of Nigeria, an author of 4 books, and a passionate advocate for justice rooted in integrity and cultural understanding. She continues to contribute to the strengthening of Nigerian judicial system. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Barrister Ihekuna Sparkle Oji.
The College of the Immaculate Conception, CIC. That's a powerful name, you all will agree. A weighty name. We know how formidable the alumni are, how notoriously powerful and industrious they are. There are thousands of schools across this country, but none quite like CIC. When a CIC alumnus speaks, policies shift, industries listen, communities follow. From the courtrooms of Enugu to the boardrooms of Lagos, you will find a CIC old boy steering the ship. But I ask, why is this? Is it the name? Is there some magic in the name, College of the Immaculate Conception? I tell you, and I kid you not, it has nothing to do with the name. For the name did not make the man made the name. The fact of the matter is, the bearer of the name defines the name. The teachers, the students, the shared values, these are what make CIC, CIC. Just as I must live up to Ihobna, CIC sons must live up to the College of the Immaculate Conception. Let's say I failed at everything I touched. People would snare. Negodi, what did you expect? Her name is Ihobna. But imagine for a moment that I succeed. The very same people would exclaim, of course, her name is Ihobna. The same name, different definitions. A name is a kind of superpower, but one that lies dormant until the bearer acts. Think of it like a light switch. You can pray to it, talk to it, admire it, beg it all you want, but it will never come on by itself. Until you move, until you flip that switch, you remain in darkness. Imagine someone named Chinedum. God guides me. Yet, he chooses the life of a criminal, but believes his name by some magic will protect him. Isn't that laughable? Just picture him heading to a bank robbery, confident that his name alone would protect him. A name alone cannot protect you. Only what you do can. Names are promises, our actions fulfill them. So again, I ask, who are you? Beyond your name, who are you? The Greeks say, know thyself. Aibundi bonase, malowegi.
Let's go on with the school anthem. I would like to call all the CIC, all the separate. Can we now come out here now and let's do what we know best? Are we standing and doing it at once? Okay, good one. So right now I would like to call the president himself to come forward. So he will be the moderator. I don't know if you're a choir master or not, but then you'll be looking at them eyeball to eyeball. Let's do this anthem for the school.
At all the shadows of the past we've come to cheer you. But some people remains of see. And the thousand voices ring mighty chorus. But some people may return to victory. Fearless and strong. And the voice of the Mary's college. Glorious and strong, loyal songs of the old, white and blue, brave hearts and true, write their names in triumphant stories, onward march on, boys of CIC to glory. Thank you, Mr.
So right now, please let's have a little profile or biography of the president of our wonderful set 94 set, Engineer Immaculate. Let's know about him.
Engineer Emenike Ukoha is a distinguished mechanical engineer, entrepreneur, and global professional whose leadership embodies excellence, integrity, and service. A proud alumnus of the College of Immaculate Conception (CIC) Enugu class of 1994, and a native of Isiukwato, Abia State. He earned his bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from Enugu State University of Science and Technology, ESUT, in 2001. Currently based in Macron, Venice, Italy. Engineer Ukoha serves with Ashell Group SRL and also leads as Chief Executive Officer of Domenico Group and Director at City Lock International Transport Limited. His professional footprint spans engineering, logistics, and corporate management, reflecting a career marked by innovation, discipline, and cross-border excellence. As president of the CIC Enugu 94 Alumni Association, Engineer Ukoha has provided dynamic leadership in driving unity, mentorship, and community impact among members, particularly as the set celebrates 30 years of shared brotherhood and growth. Widely respected as a visionary leader, mentor, and humanitarian, he is guided by strong Christian values and an enduring commitment to nation building and youth empowerment, inspiring others through both words and action.
My brothers, the class of 94 set, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, standing here this afternoon, I'm reminded that time has a strange way of humbling and exciting us all at once. It feels like yesterday that we wore the white and blue with the restless confidence, yet here we are all the wiser and I dare say stronger than ever. You know, the class of 1994 is not merely a set, it is a brotherhood, and you can attest to that. Through the thorns of life, career, family, triumphs, and trials, we have remained bound by something deeper than shared classrooms or school years. We are bound by the CIC spirit, that fierce loyalty, quiet strength, and enduring faith that refuses to fade with age. This anniversary that we are celebrating here today is not only a time to reminisce, it is a call to rededication, to remember who we are and what we owe to our alma mater. To the younger generations looking up to us and to one another. Brotherhood, after all, is not a memory, it is a living duty. The College of the Immaculate Conception gave us more than an education. It gave us a foundation. It taught us to stand upright in a world that bends easily. It taught us that integrity is not just a slogan, but a way of life. And when we live by these values, we don't just honor CIC's past, we safeguard its future. Our collective strength lies not in little, in titles, or positions, but in what we can build together. When we stand united, our voices carry weight in every space we enter, from the boardrooms to the benches, from industry to public service. Together we are not just old boys, we are a formidable force for good.
That was a speech by the chairman of this occasion, opening remark and declaring. Welcome and graduated by the conference planning committee chairman. Please, let's have his biography quickly.
Men will get money. If you look around, you go see evidence.
My men who heavyweight men, no be normal men. Men with so many sources of income. Movement.
Men will get money. They know they do cha. Evidence.
Form Sir Bankole Aminu Ezebwilo, FPSN, is a visionary healthcare leader, industrial pharmacist, and serial entrepreneur whose contributions continue to reshape Nigeria's pharmaceutical landscape. A graduate of the University of Jos with a B Pharm, he further advanced his expertise with executive education at the Lagos Business School and Strathmore Business School, and holds credentials from the Institute of Management Consultants. As founder and chief executive officer of K-Health Pharma Limited, ProMedics Limited, and CareTech Limited, Sir Ezebwilo has built companies that deliver quality medicines, surgicals, and consumables across Nigeria while providing employment and innovation in the health sector. Currently serving as national chairman of the Association of Industrial Pharmacists of Nigeria, NAIP, the industry's professional body, he has led key national initiatives on drug manufacturing, supply chain reforms, and professional growth of industrial pharmacists. His leadership roles in the wider pharmacy profession are underscored by his fellow status with the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, FPSN, and multiple national awards for excellence in healthcare entrepreneurship. Sir Ezebwilo is celebrated for his hallmark phrase, "Whatever is worth doing is worth doing well." In his words, this is the guiding principle of K-Health Pharma and his broader professional journey. His blend of commercial acumen, professional integrity, and service mindset makes him an ideal chairman of the planning committee, ensuring that strategic frameworks, high-impact programs, and sustainable legacy initiatives will drive the upcoming event to success. Ladies and gentlemen, invited guests, it's my pleasure to present to you Form Sir Bankole Aminu Ezebwilo, FPSN.
Permit me for us to have a minute's silence for some of our classmates that are not here with us, okay? And also for our principal that is also late. Last week, one of our classmates lost a child. So please, let's have 1 minute's silence for the dead. In Jesus' name. Amen. Before I begin my remarks today, permit me first to acknowledge a man whose dedication and leadership continue to inspire us, the president of CIC class of 94, Engineer Immaculate. A leader is often described as one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Our president embodies this fully. Through commitment, wisdom, and steady guidance, he has led a sleeping class, our class, with grace, humility, and unwavering spirit of brotherhood. his tireless efforts in rallying us, nurturing unity, and preserving the proud legacy of the College of the Immaculate Conception speak volume of his character. He has demonstrated that leadership is not about titles, but about service, not about applause, but about impact, not about standing above others, but standing with others. Mr. President, we salute you, we honor your dedication, your vision, and your embodiment of the values our alma mater instilled in us, which is discipline, integrity, faith, and brotherhood. May God continue to strengthen you as you lead us onward. "30 years ago, we walked out of the gates of the College of Immaculate Conception as young men armed with dreams, courage, and the values that will shape our lives. Today, we return not merely to celebrate time, but to honor the bond that time has tested and strengthened. As I sat down to write this speech, I was overwhelmed with deep and competing emotions, so much so that it was difficult to begin. One clear vision and one clear emotion, however, stood out: gratitude. Gratitude to God for choosing that I be nourished by our alma mater, the College of Immaculate Conception. Second, gratitude to the person or persons who crafted our school anthem. They must have had this truth in mind. The power of the spoken word is one's life's greatest mystery. All you will ever be or accomplish hinges on how you choose to govern what comes out of your mouth. By what you allow to occupy your mind and mouth, you can either bless your life to great heights of success or send it upbeating into the realms of failures, sadness, and discontentment. Our anthem is both call to pride for alumni and a motivation for current students to uphold the school's noble legacy. It acknowledges tradition, honoring the old brigade, and it calls for virtue, describing us in three powerful words: fearless, strong, and brave. It teaches us to be loyal and true, to accept our strengths and weaknesses, and to make choices that reflect our authentic selves rather than conform to external pressures. Finally, it encourages us to march onward to glory. Unknowingly, we were manifesting our lives as we echoed those words every morning on the assembly ground.
Permit me right now to call for the recitation of the chairman of this occasion. Honorable Sir, please let's listen to the biography.
Now you know, if you know, you know, the big ballers in town. Now you know,
Honorable Dr. Sam Ogbu Nwobodo is a prestigious lawyer, public policy expert, and transformative public sector leader. He holds a Doctor of Juridical Science, SJD, and has built an impressive career marked by strategic governance, institutional reform, and economic development. A former Commissioner for Commerce, Trade and Industry in Enugu State, Dr. Ogbu Nwobodo spearheaded several reform initiatives that advanced tourism, strengthened consumer protection, and facilitated major infrastructure projects such as the Enugu International Motor Spare Parts Market and statewide mass transit schemes. Currently serving as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Enugu State Investment Development Authority, ESIDA, and the state's focal person on ease of doing business, he leads investment promotion, enterprise development, and the Pebek Neck reform drive in Enugu. His visionary leadership continues to position the state as a preferred destination for sustainable private sector growth and economic transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to present to you Honorable Dr. Sam Ogbu Nwobodo.
It is an honor for me to address the CIC 1994 set on a summit with the topic that deeply resonates, not just to our collective experience and passion, but also to who we are and what we've done collectively as an alumni body, which is the role of alumni association in education, educational development, and also Nigerian national building efforts. As we gather here, we represent a powerful network of individuals who are and have been shaped by our alma mater and are now contributing widely everywhere. And if everybody's CV is read today, I'm sure some of us may even see that. So I'm very proud of this group. Our experience, though unique to each of us, share a common thread, which is the transformative legacy, the transformative effect of education, without which many of us won't be where we are. Alumni associations have a critical role to play in shaping the future of our nation. By engaging with our alma mater, we can provide financial support, which we've been doing both at the set level, the branch level, and also at the national and global level. We can provide mentorship and guidance, both to our mates and also some who are junior to us, and even perhaps there are certain things that MNK or even Bankole can teach me today, and I will revert back and I will devolve to his maybe experience in that area. Of course, the infrastructure development can also contribute, pool our resources and do that, which I believe we are doing very well, especially with our alma mater. It helps also to know that we are currently venturing into the innovation and the research sector. With we just launched the STEM initiative, and the bishop was gracious enough to also lay the foundation stone for the development, building and development of a STEM center, world-class STEM center that will define that STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and math for the country. And we look forward to timely completion so that it will be formally launched by next year. And we welcome and applaud all the efforts and all the support that the national CIC body is been receiving towards this. So on that note, I formally declare this summit open. Thank you.
No, in my house, I said, don't live in my house again. Where are you coming from? I said, I went to watch ball. You know. He said, what is it by the time? I said, I didn't go with my watch. Do you know that this woman carried me like a small boy from school run? I went to the bank. I pointed at the wall clock, said, what is it by the time? Father, let me tell you, what is it even by the time? 1:30 a.m., is it that late? Father, if me and you now, I will be sad now. That time, we should be at home now, we have not come for meeting. My wife shouted that she disappointed in me. Who appointed her in the first place to be disappointed? That when I was striking her, I was taking her from one joint to another, buying everything for her. Now that I've married her, that I won't take her out again. I said, but that time I told you that I'm a politician. Tell me any politician you know after winning an election that will continue campaigning. Is it wrong? No!
Campaign is over.
Campaign is over, and she's shouting that I drink too much. You understand? I drink, do you know why I drink? The oldest man in our village is a drunkard and I want to live long. So I'm trying to follow the footsteps of somebody that has done it before. Okay, let us even bring it to the table. She said I should be drinking water. Drinking only water at this stage. Father, in wine, there is wisdom, you know. In beer, there is freedom, you know. In water, there is bacteria. Which one is good to drink?
To call for the citation of the keynote speaker. This will be held or done by Barrister Iheopona Oji. Please put your hands together for her as she steps forward for this citation.
It is my honor and privilege to read the citation of a man whose life stands as a shining testament to vision, service, and excellence. Chief John near Modo. In the heart of Ukehe, Enugu State, on 11th December 1952, a boy was born whose life would come to inspire many, Chief John Nyamodo. Born to Honorable J.U. Modo and Mrs. Josephine Modo, his entry into the world coincided with the dawn of his father's political journey, a path that would later shape his own journey in public service. From his earliest days, education and excellence called to him. He attended 3 primary schools in Enugu before joining the College of the Immaculate Conception, CIC, in January 1964. Though the war interrupted his studies, he still completed his secondary education in 1970. At CIC, he was a prefect in every class, senior sacristan, senior refectorian, a passionate debater, and a devoted hockey player, already showing leadership, discipline, and determination.
I cannot start this speech without first of all congratulating our alumni and this part of it for the excellent work it has done in radically transforming the teaching, living, horticultural, and gaming facilities, as well as the school-alumni relationship in the last few years at CIC. I believe that I'll be speaking the truth and nothing but the truth if I say that no alumni association in Nigeria, not even a university alumni, has brought this high quality of transformational change within such a time as CIC Old Boys alumni has done. If we go around the classrooms in CIC, we see electronic teaching aids that give students here in that school real-time connectivity with the world. The capacity of this service is that it enables a student in CIC, without leaving the gates of its premises physically, to relate to the entire world and seek and obtain in real time any latest advancement in knowledge and learning. Expansion of knowledge globally in recent times has become phenomenal. The changes in teaching methods are rapidly developing, with computing interrelationships of several variables, finding answers to difficult real-time challenges. This has been made easier by advancements in computer technology. This technology has been made accessible to CIC, likely through the assistance of CIC Old Boys. I see the electronic blackboards there. The saying that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy no longer applies to CIC. CIC today has a world-class Olympic stadium, not available to any secondary school in Nigeria. When I was asked to speak on the role of alumni associations in educational development and nation building, I thought we had already begun to live it out. The CIC Old Boys have begun to live out this role. While I congratulate everyone in the Alumni Association, including our national president who is here, who has contributed to the phenomenal development in CIC, I urge you not to relent your efforts in doing more. CIC is a small and insignificant percentage of secondary school population in Nigeria. Even if we turn into the best school, if we turn it into the best school in the world, CIC's capacity to affect a larger society will only be further increased if we improve the efforts of the Alumni Association. To do this, we have to embark on new and wider programs that will enable CIC and her products affect a wider society, as well as improve their skills and connections in order to sustain the initiative we have started. One of the first things I will propose is to internationalize the staff character of CIC. You see, the world is becoming a smaller place. Knowledge
is becoming a common subject. You can't compartmentalize it on the basis of your geographical area. And the computer and all kinds of learning and work devices has made the world a smaller place. You can have a conference of people from all continents of the world in real time, looking at each other and talking with the aid of computer. One of the first things I propose is to internationalize the character of CIC. The second is to organize an international exposure to a number of CIC students annually through visits to other countries so that they can learn some of the things they do better in those countries and in the general society at large. This will be in the form of vacation tours. I will also propose that given the new stadium facilities we have, we should pioneer an annual sports competition among Catholic secondary schools in the Southeast to begin with. This will keep our stadium busy, utilized, spur other colleges to copy and possibly improve our model. Going forward, I propose that we build a CIC radio station. This station will focus on student programs, including lectures on several topics in their curriculum, quiz competition, promotion of talents in music, drama, and oratory. You know, some of our old boys in America, in the United Kingdom and Europe, in other countries in Africa, and international organizations in the world can have opportunity to have broadcasts in those radio stations. And the students in real time, in their classrooms, will be watching or listening to these people of tremendous endowment, talking to them, blowing their minds on various subjects matters in the world, and increasing their ambition to become like them. Our alumni association must have a database of students in CIC and where they go from CIC. Working with school administration, we can help them with information on opportunities for studying abroad, examinations they need to take like scholastic aptitude test, test of English as a foreign language, and advanced level GCE that will give them competitive advantage for admission and scholarships abroad. For the teachers, the Old Boys Association can promote a program that enables us to finance the payment of teachers from foreign jurisdictions that have better teaching methods like the models of USA, UK, and India. They can come for 1, 2, or 3 years sabbatical and help in teaching students in CIC and internationalizing the perspectives of our local teachers. When I was in CIC in the 60s, our Reverend brothers were all white. They came from England, Scotland. We had French teachers. My French teacher was a French woman. You know, her husband was managing director of SEO. We had Indian teachers. My English teacher was an Indian lady. My physics teacher was an Indian man. And so I had no complex about meeting a white man or listening to a white man speak or an Indian. Right there in CIC, my perspective was already internationalized.
As we go on with the next program, I'm talking about our own sub-team speaker, Professor Oliver Norman. Please let's start his biography as he comes forward.
Professor Oliver Nnona is an accomplished business growth strategist and leadership expert with nearly 3 decades of experience driving transformation across global corporations, including Hewlett, Packard, and Microsoft. His career is defined by helping organizations understand business-to-business dynamics, cultivate profitable customer relationships, and harness digital innovation to accelerate growth. An alumnus of Harvard Business School and the Kellogg School of Management, Professor Unonna lectures at the Lagos Business School and Duke Corporate Education, Africa, where he mentors executives on strategic leadership, marketing effectiveness, and corporate transformation. A distinguished thought leader and speaker at international conferences, he also serves on several corporate boards and supports non-profit initiatives focused on youth development, entrepreneurship, and social impact. Professor Unonna embodies the fusion of global insight and local relevance in advancing business excellence across Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present to you Professor Oliver Unonna.
This gentleman that brought us together here, I must commend you. Yesterday you did a medical outreach. We were there. We saw a lot. Saw literally hundreds of people waiting to be attended. We saw a large stockpile of medication, pharmaceutical products. What the reason? Called But most importantly, I was gladdened when I learned that you people also raised money that is being given to CIC for things like meeting the needs of teachers. In the national body, we have instituted and we're paying the teachers. It's a little sum, but sums of encouragement, we call it appreciation. During the last convention, we feted all the teachers on a Sunday afternoon brunch, where we fed them and thanked them. And we're only teaching and non-teaching staff that came. Because recognition is important. Recognition is important. And as we appreciate them, they will continue to do more. We do this without any distinctions or dichotomy, whether you are a state government sent teacher or you are from the Catholic Education Board. We appreciate all the teachers. Every Christmas, the CIC alumni globally, we all contribute money while her Christmas. Sometimes we give foodstuff, sometimes we give foodstuff and money. We also have a motivational scheme where the best teachers are rewarded, they are recognized and rewarded with cash rewards. And this year, the national body started something. We selected science teachers, about 4 of them, took them to a conference, conference in Lagos, where they started learning and experimenting with, on the pedagogy of how to teach STEM. Because STEM is not your physics, neither is it your chemistry or any other science subject. And if you understand how to teach it, then the students will be taught better. So we've started investing in it. In fact, as I was in CIC yesterday, I reminded the leader of the delegation that Haga Kwadobe for the next one. And then we're also exploring other opportunities, maybe some that will happen in Kenya or in South Africa. And just to say this, I need a banana. So, having said that, we also know that at the last convention, if you listen to my boss and our national president, Dr. Sam Obumwobodo, he mentioned something, that the bishop came to do the breaking of the sword for Guinea, for the STEM Education Lab. And the STEM Education Lab is a 3-story building that is being erected in CIC, Ebanwono Park in Moto, next to the multipurpose building. By the special grace of God, in 1 year's time, the STEM education labs will be standing there. And when I talk about some of these things, and this is one of the things that makes CIC CIC. If you listen to Dr. Sam, you would also hear things when he was saying that schools, other schools, the alumni bodies of other schools, call us to come and ask us to teach them how it is done. This year, we just sent a letter to one, last weekend. We told them that, look, because of the shortness of time, we were overcommitted. We cannot come and address them. I won't call some of the schools because some of these things come to us in confidence. But prominent schools across the southeast and across Nigeria, I received them as the Secretary General. And they are consistently asking, what is it that you people do as CIC and makes, anything you touch become gold? CIC Alumni Association has become a model, not just nationally, but internationally. Thank you so much, sir. And that question, what is it that we do? You find the answers are right here. As you see it today. It is in the excellence, we're a spirit of excellence, IGMIFE. And we are there for the long haul. I've been actively involved and serving in different capacities in CIC, nationally and internationally, for more than 10 years. And I can tell you that Sempa Nation Nigeria, we call ourselves Sempa Nation. Sempa Nation Nigeria is a net exporter of ideas and skills. We fertilize other Nigeria CIC to the UK, May International Convention. It was powered by CIC members living and working in Nigeria. We organized it, set it up, and the convention worked. We didn't stop there. We went to Germany, to Cologne in Germany. Your president, Emenike, was there. It was powered by Sempas who were from Nigeria. Here, go there. So when you hear what I call Niger bashing, I say Niger bashing, people will just be talking about, negative things about Nigeria. I say, but CIC, we have very good positive stories to tell. And that is why you find today the CIC convention in Aberdeen in 2026 is still powered by who? Sempa Nation Nigeria. I name Fuku by the special grace of God. Altruism is best demonstrated, not spoken. People tell us, why are you not paying PR people to go and say what you are doing? We say, because we didn't set out to do it to be seen. It is just, the fact that people see what we have done and then tell the story. All right? A lot has been done in CIC. We've rebuilt classrooms, introduced teaching aids, taken care of teachers, built dormitories, built a world-class basketball pitch. We have Zeke Naji. If you follow basketball, Zeke Naji came all the way from US. It's an NBA ranked basketball player. Ran workshops for CIC students and other people. Gentlemen, if you remember what your president, I call him the merchant of Venice, what he said, and Banki's statement about just moving from brotherhood to impact. There's a brotherhood in place, as there are brotherhoods in many places. But our brotherhood stands for impact, and that is what distinguishes us as CIC.
We want to recognize a few persons here for what they have done for CIC class of 1994. In that regard, I would please want to call on Chief Nia Modo to come up here to my side. We want to do first petition again.
Emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, zobu, anybody. Toya dike, nenu dike. Toya dike, nenu dike. Iye jamara dike ruenu, ekwe chenjigo.
Chief John Nya Nwodo, CON, is a renowned lawyer, economist, and statesman whose remarkable career in public service and national leadership spans several decades. A man of profound intellect, vision, and patriotism, Chief Nwodo has served Nigeria in various strategic capacities, notably as Special Assistant to President Shehu Shagari, Minister of Civil Aviation, and later Minister of Information and Culture, where he contributed immensely to national development and policy reforms. In 2017, he was elected the 9th President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo Worldwide, the apex socio-cultural organization of the Igbo nation. His tenure was marked by an unwavering commitment to unity, justice, and regional advancement, as well as a bold advocacy for restructuring, inclusivity, and sustainable national dialogue. A Knight of St. John International, Chief Nwodo's leadership journey began at the College of the Immaculate Conception, CIC, Enugu, and blossomed through his days at the University of Ibadan, where he made history as Student Union President. His eloquence, intellect, and enduring passion for equity have continued to define him as one of Nigeria's most respected voices in governance, constitutional reform, and civic enlightenment. Chief Nwodo remains a beacon of statesmanship and moral clarity, a man whose words inspire reflection and whose leadership continues to shape conversations around national unity, justice, and progress. Ladies and gentlemen, invited guests, it's my pleasure to present to you Chief John Nya Nwodo, CON.
I've never felt so shy.
So on behalf of the 1994 set, the great 1994 set of innovation, I, with all humility, present you with this award to the glory of God and for service to humanity. Thank you, sir.
Gentlemen and ladies, please, I want to call on Chief Sam Obuwobodo to come up for presentation.
Congratulations. You deserve everything done for you to be running for more. So we wish you more grace to your life. Thank you.
Professor Nona, it is an immense honor for me to present this award to you on behalf of the 1994 set CIC.
Citation for Miss Ihomna Oji, please.
I worship Barrister Ihomna Oji. You know, you've been a big friend of the class of 94. Thank you for being so supportive. Such an honor well deserved. Thank you so very much.
The last award. The award is to our principal, posthumous award to our principal, His Royal Highness MCC Chukwu Can we give a round of applause for him? On behalf of CIC class of 94, I want to call Chika, Dr. Chika Ibesi, to come out for that presentation on behalf of our principal. I also want to call on Banky Ezebilo to support him with our president to come up to the stage. I want to call on Chief Nyamodo to please make that presentation on our behalf to our principal.
When you have worked so hard and selflessly, you leave your name indelible in the sands of time. Your name becomes your passport. I have benefited a lot from what my father did in the past. I've seen doors opened to me. People I didn't know embrace me because they think that the apple will not fall too far away from its parent. This Chukwu family must produce greater Chukwus. His endeavor in CIC will win accolades for his family and leave his name indelible in history. On behalf of CIC Old Boys, I present this to you.
It's an honor for me to receive this award for our late principal, Mr. Chukwu. And all of us that is here will testify about Nchu Osarai, and that's why we are all here doing well in our different endeavors. More especially more. All through. I did well for you. So I encourage all of us to always remember him and the family. Because without that line, that I am an thank you.
Nameza patamenyi Mwambe kisine patonye Mwambe kisine patonye Nasi mane nyadebenyi jebenyi Odika sina patamenyi Nasi mane nyadubenyi jebenyi.
What a day it was, you know. And just as you've rightly said, history was made today. You know, I knew it will happen, but not to this. But first of all, my gratitude goes to God Almighty. You know, we actually prayed for this 30th anniversary to come out this way. You know, and this is just what it is. You know, this is just what it is. Did I see it coming? I saw it. I knew it was going to happen, but not to this, you know, not to this magnitude, you know. Having an elder statesman, you know, coming here, having the honorable commissioner here, and you could see the personalities, having, you know, the sub-team speaker, Professor Nona, you know, and a whole lot, you know, just like he said, most of the people inside the hall, if we start mentioning their names, but I can't just thank God that it happened. You know, I'm so excited. I'm truly, you know, honored to have the cream de la cream, you know, honor us in our 30th anniversary summit this afternoon. It's not something I take lightly at all, you know, and I didn't take their presence, you know, I didn't take their presence for granted. I'm so honored as the president of the class of 94 to have each and every one of them being here to honor our invitation.
30th anniversary is a great milestone, and to commemorate such a milestone, we also need to engage ourselves intellectually we also need to look at what can we do for the younger ones coming up. So we decided to brainstorm on how alumni support will help the educational system and will also help to build a nation. We all know that if we set our standards right, if we have the right education, we will directly and indirectly build a better nation. This is a top-notch, remarkable program. I'm very, very impressed. Thank God for the glory, the weather, and everything. God be the glory. In the world, we do great public partnership. We can't leave the issue of education alone to the school or to the government. Even in Harvard, even in the University of Nigeria, where I'm a lecturer, there's need to have a partnership for alumni to reform for economic development and human capital development. So alumni is very, very essential in the issue of economic improvement, issue of education improvement.
Superb, top notch. We are all happy, excellent. We thank God for everything. And this is just the starting point. I believe God subsequently will consolidate on this and do better in whatever this set intends to do in the future. Summit was excellent. You saw, is it the keynote speaker? Chief John Nyanwodo, the professor, known as sub-team speaker, the national president, Honorable Samuel. I mean, even our own planning committee chair, Sabankole, you heard his speech, the president's speech. Everything was just wonderful. The team, the role of the alumni, and so it's, I think it's self-explanatory. We sat down and wanted to know or hear from people that are more exposed than us what the alumni can do to help grow the educational system of their institutions, several institutions here and there.
It's not something, we didn't come to the occasion planning to, to donate to the STEM projects. But, they say to whom much is given, much is expected, and like one of the speakers during the summit rightly said, the destination is giving back. I discussed with Professor Nona. I knew actually when they had the groundbreaking ceremony of the STEM lab inside the school premises, and when he was talking about the training that some of the teachers came for the STEM project in Lagos, I was around. I was opportune to be around in the country then during the summer, and we are all together in Lagos when those teachers came for the training, So this is something immediately, it just motivated me and inspired some of the members of the class of 94, and they said, President, we must have to, key into this project. So that was why we had to immediately give back to the STEM lab project. It wasn't as if it was originally planned in this summit, but we had to. The theme of this summit, that's the role of the alumni in education and nation building. Just like the speakers rightly said, the CIC is a brand. CIC is a brand. I'm in the global alumni. And I'm even in the Europe chapter and the president of the class of 94. In every of these chapters, or these communities, it's all about giving back. The alumni, you could see some of the things they've done inside the school. They've renovated the classroom, they've built the multipurpose hall, they've built the world-class stadium inside the school premises that even most times clubs, that are coming to play probably in Enugu, they use that training ground to train. That's our school field to train. That is what inspires us. That's the thing that motivates and inspires us. You know that yes, that you are an alumni, and like one of us rightly said again, brotherhood is not just for being there to hang out, to drink, but it's for impact. You know, we want to impact. We want to impact, especially the younger ones coming behind us, because that's the same way, you know, so many of them ahead of us gave, and we have to give back as well to the younger ones coming behind us. That's the motivation.
We, as a class, we discussed and we agreed that our 30th anniversary is a milestone. As at that, what can we do to help the educational system of our alma mater? So we decided to brainstorm, talk to ourselves, you know, intellectually, to bring out ideas on how to build a better nation through building a better educational system. If you build a good educational system, if you train the younger generations are the future. So if you train the future, you build the nation. It's as simple as that. If you train the people that are going to take care of the next generation, then you have a better nation.
We did a medical outreach yesterday. It's a kind of charity. Without any fee attached, we shared drugs. And it created a large impact in the health sector. And this one, you can still see that we are trying to raise some funds for the development of the CIC, development of the library and the laboratory. You understand? This thing will enhance the learning capacity of the students. So it's much. And we are the first step to do more. We're just beginning. We're thinking globally and want to act locally for now.
You want to get me crossed with the government, but I think the truth needs to be told. It's unfortunate. We are all in this country. The government is trying. I won't write them off completely, but I think they are not doing enough. Their best. So the alumni should come in here to cushion some of those areas that the government is not doing very well. Like all you heard today, we had where what we've done already, that is the CIC International Alumni together, and what they still intend to do. If we keep waiting for the government to do all these things, I wonder if it will ever be achievable. I think this summit, when the planning committee chairman was giving his speech, when he was acknowledging our president, the class president, he made a statement that the president had to beat up a sleeping class to a very vibrant class. You heard him. So this now, I believe, is just our starting point, a stepping stone. And Professor Nona said it too, that brotherhood should be brotherhood that gives impact, brotherhood that makes impact. Now we realize that our togetherness will definitely help us foster better relationship between our school, our alma mater, and help the little ones. Yesterday at the assembly ground, nostalgia ripped me. You know, I was just there remembering that all of us were just as little as those kids there. Do you understand? And somehow here we are today. So by the little we can do, we hope that those children will be groomed, nurtured to grow and become better people in the society. And our name, the College of the Immaculate Conception, will remain an internationally acknowledged and acclaimed brand.
Everything has been lined out. Everything has been lined out. We are, you know, like the national president. So the national president was here with the general secretary of the national, you know, the national body. In the CIC community, that is the alumni, you know, there are hierarchies, and you just don't, you know, rush it. We are going to be keen into some of their projects, you know. Like you heard when the general secretary was talking, he said some of the things the keynote speaker outlined that they're already implementing them. It's already been implemented. So the class of 94 is not about, It's a collective, achievement. So I know the class of 94, we're going to be keen in, like they are talking about the payment of the teachers' salaries, and maybe the what they are giving out to the teachers, the students. You saw that yesterday. The class of 94 did a presentation. It's not as if we are the first that have started doing this, but we have to always, key into what the national or the global body is doing.
CIC alumni has set a standard, and I wonder whether other alumni from other schools will match the CIC alumni on the things, on the strides and the achievement, on the things we have done. The hostels are rebuilt, we have a better classroom, better dormitories, international stadium and all that. We have revamped our alma mater. I don't think there's any school that have done what the alumni of CIC. It's a great success, a great success in that, you value the success of an event with the kind of intellectual capacity that the event put up. You can see what happened in the event. We brought the best minds around to talk to us. That is a great success. We also, ourselves, most of our mates I saw today, day before yesterday, I've not seen them for over 30 years. So that reunion, that bond strengthens what we want to do.
I just want to tell all of us to be focused, to be disciplined, be hard work, safety at the heart of the problem.
And to you guys, the CEO Africa, I just discovered a wonderful brand. We'll do more business. We are very much impressed with the services you render. I don't know if any other person has said this, but on behalf of the planning committee and the entire set of C94 alumni, we say thank you to CEO Africa.
Everybody has to remember where he's coming from. One of the speakers rightly said, the speaker was like I said, we grew up together, and the elder brother, I knew that story of their dad. I knew their dad personally, how he did so well out there in a foreign land. You have to remember where you're coming from. You have to remember your roots. So this is my advice to everyone, all the alumni. Remember where you're coming from. It's not all about CIC. Even if you are out there in any of the schools, remember where you're coming from. Remember the foundation. That's what I'm telling to anyone successful out there. Try to give back to where you're coming from, where it all started. That's my advice today.